Welcome to another video from Gradelink websites. In this tutorial we'll talk about how you can add additional menu items and even tertiary menu items if desired. However, it is recommended that you keep your menus simple so that they're easy to navigate. Keeping them simple often means not having too many layers for your menus, although you can add quite a few layers to a menu. It is technically possible, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should. So in this case study here, we have two sub pages, one for children's ministry, one for youth ministry, and we want to add to the main menu here an item for each of these. And depending on how you want to organize it, there's a few ways to do it. So we'll go through those steps. So the first step here is always to go to Appearance Menus. That's where we manage the actual menus that appear in the drop downs here. And recall that we do have a desktop and a mobile menu. So first thing we'll do is edit the desktop. So select the new primary, that's the latest version of the menu that we're using on the site. From the drop down, select it and then click select, and that'll load up the primary menu. This is what we have here currently. Now if you wanted to organize it like this, although we don't necessarily recommend doing it this way, having an item that says children's and youth programs and then opening a tertiary level menu that has children's programs and youth programs and links to those respective pages. So first things first, if you want to have an overview page without actually linking to it, then you can put in a hashtag for a URL that creates a blank link, and then we can call this children's and youth programs. And we're going to do this under custom links and click add to menu. Then, so that menu item is going to show up down here, and we'll drag it into position under ministry teams. Then so that's already a 3 level right there. Or you can put it just like this. Either way, we'll show you which way. So you can drag it into a position. So if it's under ministry teams, that means someone has to hover over ministry teams to get to children's and youth programs, and then they have to hover over that to get to the next level. Which is, if we search for it, we've got children ministry. And I'm simply looking for children's ministry. Would help if I spelled it correctly. Alright, there we go. So we have youth ministry and children's ministry. And then we can check the boxes for both of these, add them to the menu, and they'll always show up by default at the bottom. Now what we could do is we could put youth ministry and children's ministry under that item that we just created. And we can then click on Save Menu. We'll have to do the same thing depending on how you want to organize it for the mobile menu. But first let's check out what it looks like here. So if we load up a page on the website and refresh it, then we click on Church. Now you can see ministry teams. It has church, children and youth program, and then it has these two. But you can see that's a lot of hovering and clicking, and then if somebody clicks out of it by accident, then that means they have to do the whole process all over again. So this is not really the ideal way of doing it. What you could do is, rather than having this parental link here, you could just put youth ministry and children's ministry right underneath ministry teams, and then click Save Menu. And I'll show you what that looks like. Then you can have ministry teams, and then it has youth ministry, children's ministry. But then if you do it this way, then sometimes people won't know that they can click on ministry teams. And plus you still have a tertiary level of navigation. So probably the best case scenario for a user experience would be just putting it as a secondary item under church. Youth ministry, children's ministry. and then just having your main ministry teams. It does make the menu a little bit longer, but it's a lot more friendly, especially for mobile users, because mobile users are not going to be keen on hovering over multiple menu items, opening up sub-menus, and so on. So truly the best is if you just keep it down to 2 levels, meaning you've got your primary menu here and then you have sub-menus for each of those, without going into third and fourth levels. So this is the way that we recommend doing it, but you can certainly set it up any way you prefer. There is the technical ability to do so. For any further questions, please reach out to Gradelink website support.